Hi, good evening. Can you hear me? Wait, 1 second. I can't really see the chat, so if people can see they can't hear me, obviously I will not know. Hi everyone. If you can hear me, maybe type something because okay, I can see the chat now. 1 second. We can hear you. Okay, good, 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 good. All right. I'm just waiting to make sure so everyone can hear me, so that's fine. So I'll just be doing a few obviously checks in between to make sure that we are together. I can hear you. All right, cool. That's very lovely. So today we'll be talking about a very, very, very interesting topic. It's a very interesting conversation, like I like to say. I'm very excited to be here. I'm very excited to be doing this. I've not really shown up, live for some months. So yeah, I'm happy to be doing this. So I hope you guys are fine. So um a few people just tell me, what are you excited about today's learning? Are you excited about the personal stories I'll share with you about the bold career moves that I've made? Are you excited about Q&A where you get to ask me questions? Are you excited about the tips I'll give? What are you excited about in today's class or live session? I've given you guys three options, so like let's pick one. Excited about everything. All right. All right, cool. So we'll just start now so we don't waste, any more time. So we're talking about bold career moves in project management. My name is Naomi Omonwa. I'm a project manager who is also an operations expert. Yeah. So basically, that is the summary about me. There's obviously a lot of things, extra things by the side, but I would obviously not want to bore you with them. Along the line, while we are talking, I would be happy to share my story with you, and then see how that helps you in your own journey as well. My journey is actually extremely unique. to be honest, and I can't wait to tell you. So before we start, just give me an overview of people who are here. Are you, if you are a project management professional, that is, if you are currently in project management, just type PM Pro, right? And then if you're someone who is aspiring to get into project management, just type baby PM. I just want to see, the ratio of people that we have here. So it depends on wherever you are. So if you're practicing project manager, PM Pro. If you're someone who just getting into project management, type baby PM. PM Pro. This is Oluwa Tofumi. All right, cool. Baby PM. All right. Baby PM. All right, cool. So yeah, we'll just start. 1 second. 1 second. Okay. So I've already introduced myself. I've just got down the notes of what I have, but obviously I'll be going way more than this because this is just like highlights. As a project manager, organization is key. So just to be very organized, because usually I'll just come and share my story and hope you pick a few things from it. But just to be very organized, I've just scribbled down some things. So if I'm looking down, looking left or right, this is what I'm looking at. It's just in a notepad. All right, guys. I'll first like to say congratulations for being here. Project management is a very, very rewarding career path, although it's obviously full of ups and downs like normal, like any normal profession. I mean, if it was that easy, everyone would be doing it. So it's just as commensurate, the work is just commensurate, obviously, to the reward that we've got. So I'll start with my personal story, and that's how did I get into project management. So obviously, it just looks like I'm just gisting with you guys, having a conversation, but I want you to pick out the key lessons in my story. So before project management, sometime in 2022, I was a lot of things. Small business coach, accountability expert. What that means is basically what I was doing is I was holding people accountable to their goals. So every month, people would pay me money to remind them of what they're supposed to do, to keep track on them, make sure that they're hitting their goals and stuff. But something very spectacular happened. One time, I went to a conference in London coincidentally that same year, and then someone asked me, "What do you do?" And I was very, very proud to say project manager. Sorry, very, very proud to say accountability coach, to be honest. I was very, very proud of what I was doing because it was getting me results. But the person now said, I understand what you do, but that's not really professional. What do you do professionally? I'm like, it's really professional. I was making 7 figures in a good month. What do you mean it's not professional? And then she's like, when you're speaking to people on a global scale, you need to tailor this to something that is very relatable on a global scale. And I'm like, what can I possibly tailor this to? And then she said, "What do you think about project management?" I didn't know anything about project management. It's just the name that made me feel like, okay, to manage projects, as the name implies, right? And then I'm like, okay. I just said, okay. And then she was like, if you're interested in getting in, I'm going to mentor you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So when I got home after that conference, I started thinking about it really. Would I just say I'm an accountability coach? That doesn't make a lot of sense on a global scale. And then that's how I started thinking about project management. Now I was very interested in what is project management because it was very close to what I was doing. A lot of skills were intertwined, reminding people of their goals, or making sure that they're organized, making sure that they're well put together. Project management made sense. So project management was just like the more structured way. I'll say it was like the elder brother or the mother of these other little things. So that's how I started my journey. I watched some YouTube videos to see what it is, to see what a day in the project manager's life is. I was super super interested in project management, and then I started finding people who were in project management to ask. I think it was like 6 months after that time, or I think that's when I met Vicky. And then what I did was simple. I just sent her a DM saying, this is what I do, but I think I want to get into project management. And she was like very fantastic, to be honest. Like I, I obviously did not mind getting the course or whatever, but I can't remember at that time if Vicky was selling the course or something. I can't remember, but I just knew that she was a project manager. She was one of the few people in Nigeria that I could pinpoint on social media that were project managers. So yeah, so fast forward after then, I started telling everybody I'm a project manager, I'm a project manager. I started getting myself into the project manager energy. What that means is I started acting like a project manager. I learned how to use tools. I learned how to be, a great communicator more. I learned how to be more organized. And most importantly, I was rooted in the educational aspect. I didn't just wait for somebody to give me free tips online. I invested into myself. I think the first course I got, I think was 5,000. I just got it to just understand what this is, right? But subsequently, I moved from that point to getting courses that were $1,000. I think the highest I've done is like $2,500. Yeah, I was laser focused in myself. I did not give myself chance to start small. I I put myself out there big. I did not have a chance to start small, literally. So with time, everyone just knew me as a project manager, and that's where we are here. So from managing different projects locally to doing stuff internationally to teaching people what project management is to just promote inclusion in project management. So that is how I got into project management. So it's not like I just decided to. I stumbled in, and then here we are. And I'd say is one of the best things in the world. I think it's bias, personal bias, to be honest. But yeah, my thought is because it affords me to work in any industry, to work with anybody. You see a project manager everywhere, literally every single place you can think about. There's a project manager there. In fact, every successful endeavor that you see, a project manager is behind it. So it might be somebody that doesn't call themselves project manager. It might be someone that calls themselves event manager, someone that calls themselves any other thing, but what they're doing is, project management. So project managers are everywhere, and that affords me the opportunity to afford to work anywhere. So I don't have to be restricted. I'm not restricted to say, oh, I must work in a particular niche or industry. So that it gives me the flexibility that I need. So that's one thing for me that stands out in project management. Now, for you, who is probably a project management professional or someone who is just starting project management, I've just scribbled a couple of things that would help you to make very bold career moves. And the first thing I want to say here is or the first thing that I did is I tailored my previous experiences and I built a portfolio. So there are two things I want to say about this. So some of us have done project management in some way. You already understand what project management is. And you might have been thinking, oh, this is something I've been doing since in my office as a sales representative, as a personal assistant, as anything you can think about. You might have done project management in some way, which means that you do have the actual experience, but you might not really have a structured experience. You might not really have the industry knowledge as relates to terminologies, but you do have the practical experience. Even if you're not perfect in organizing, but you have the practical experience. So yeah, put together all the experience that you have, if you do have one, and start making up a portfolio, start creating a CV, anything to show for it. And if you've never had any experience in your life about anything I'm talking about, it could be as little as planning a birthday party, to be honest. If you plan a birthday party, you did a lot of project management in there. So maybe the difference between you and I would have been you probably used a manual barrier and paper, and me, I probably have my organization stuff on my computer, right? So it's just at different levels. But if you don't have anything at all, this is the time to start building now. Start building those experiences. If you see somebody who is doing something, ask the person, oh, can I be in charge of this project? Anything can be a project, to be honest. As far as it has definite start, definite end, it can be a project. volunteer to do stuff for people to build a portfolio, and gather experiences. Experience is very, very important in project management. So you see people on YouTube arguing experience or certification. To be honest, in project management, certification is just like a sprinkle of salt in the food. But you see, experience is king. So start building experiences, because when people ask you, what have you done? You need to be able to say something. It's not about being smart or intelligent. You have to be able to show for your experiences in project management. So guys, are we following? If you're with me, just say hi, I'm following. I'm there. Just check the comment section to make sure that we are we're still together. 1 second, please. If you're still with me, just say hi, I'm still with you or something. So I know that I'm not speaking to myself. I'm following. All right, cool. I want more comments. I'm following. I'm following. Amazing. So I'm just making sure that you're following, because I can't see the comments while I'm talking. So I have to go back to the comments. Sorry. So the second thing I wanted to say is show up and show off. Now, I'm sure you have heard people say a closed mouth is a closed destiny, blah blah blah. It's true. It applies to every area of your life. If you want to move very fast, you have to show up. Like, you have to be in the right place at the right time, speaking to the right people, and show off. What that means is, don't just, you can't really say I'm shy, I don't talk to people, I'm just on my own, and expect to get tremendous results in, obviously project management. What you want to do is show off. Like, if you're already in the online space, putting out content and stuff, you need to show off. Like, show us. It's not enough to have it on paper. Create that content, even if it's imperfect. It doesn't really matter, because it gets better with time. Trust me. So you can see somebody now creating very whack videos that are not professional, and in the next 3 months, there are videos you will not even believe. So it's about the progress that you make. You need to be in places that would help you grow. For example, around your state, there are obviously conferences that you have young people like you there, people who would be interested in what you're doing there. Go for them. Go out. To be honest, me, I'm an inside girl. I can count the number of times I go out in a week. I think it's just Sunday. Um, Obviously that's like because of work, but I'll choose to be inside over outside, to be honest. So I understand why you say you don't like going out, you don't. But if you want to get that result, you need to be able to make all these sacrifices. Because if you don't put in extra effort, if you're comfortable with where you are not going to get any results. And this is for every area of life that you're in. If you're just comfortable in a particular place, even if you are, you're successful to a level, if you're just comfortable, you will not, you just be there. Like, you just be there, time will just pass you by. I'm sure most of us remember 3 years ago what we were doing. Time goes very fast. Time is not your friend. Time is actually like leaving you. So you have to make sure you're beating the curve and making good use of your time. Now, I like to say that the worst thing that people can say to you is no. No, I can't work with you. No, I don't have space. No, I don't have internships. No, my team is full. But that's the worst that they can do. So I do not want you to put yourself in that box of comfort if you're not there yet. Even if you're there yet, there's still obviously more. So another thing regarding this is to build networks. So be very intentional about it. So I know somebody that has a goal of people that she wants to introduce herself to, people that she wants to meet every single day. So now, building network, there are different areas of this. There's the peer group, which is the mid area. So for example, if you're somebody who wants to get into project management, you're not yet in project management, you're in the mid level. So you want to be building relationships with people who are in that level, people who are aspiring to be project managers like you. And then there's the top level, which are the people who are there from your point of view. Because from my point of view, people who might be there, might not be people who you think are there. People who might be there for you will be people who are in my level. So peer, these levels are different per individual. You want to make sure that you are meeting these people, keeping in track with them. You are making sure they remember you for something. You are, and then the last level is not really very important, but if you can, is the lower level. Like, no matter where you are in life, I believe that there are people who look up to you for things. No matter, as far as you have, if you have data to be in this class, trust me, there's somebody who looks up to you. There's somebody who does not even have an Android phone somewhere. Somebody who has an Android phone that does not have data. So there's always, there's the tier just keeps going up. The bar just keeps raising very high. So build relationships around this cross network of people. They are very, very important in your journey because, for example, sometimes the people who are below you, not to sound demeaning or anything, it's just in this illustration, people who are below you, what they do is that they would encourage you. By looking up to you, they would push you in some way to do better. For example, people who have mentees, they always want to show up better because they want their mentees to always look up to them. So they always want to be, like in that level. Now, people who are on the same level as you, what that does is if you need anything, they are having the same challenge as you, they're in the same journey as you. If you need anything, if you need to ask any questions, if you need to like rub minds with somebody, when you have classmates in the same class, yeah, they are these ones, they are important for you. You guys are going in the same pace, doing well. And then also, people who are above you, that one is very obvious. Mentors, they have gone ahead of you, they've made the mistakes. Those unfortunately emails, they've had a lot of it. And then what they're there for is to make sure that you don't spend, for example, if I spent 5 years applying for my dream job, with the wrong CV, if I'm your mentor, for example, I'll make sure that you cut the time. So that's just how it is. It does not obviously relate to just the job thing. They just help you, they guide you to make sure you don't do try and error and waste your time, because time is of essence. Time is actually very important because you never get it back. No matter how rich you are, you cannot be 15. If you're 15 now, you cannot go back and be 15 years old. No matter if you're the richest person in the world, you can even do surgeries to look 15. But at the end of the day, when your real age shows forth, it will take kicking. Do you guys understand? So make sure you're building relationships is very important. As project managers, I think that it's, even if you're shy by default, like me now, I'm shy. As I'm seeing you guys now, I'm very, very shy. But with the um with the demand of the industry, you cannot really afford to be shy because you are talking to people every single time. You're talking to your team members, you're talking to your stakeholders, you're talking to your sponsors, in fact, you're talking, you're communicating. So tell tell yourself, work on your mind, tell yourself that this profession or industry that you want to get into, shyness is not gonna work for it. So you have to step up. Next thing I wanted to say is a good thing to create a portfolio CV, but trust me, if you want that extra, if you want, the topic is making bold career moves. Literally in the topic, you have to be bold. I said that before. Is the worst people can say is no. They can't do any other thing. So because of that, you have to do extra things that people will not dream to do. You have to do them. For example, instead of just applying for jobs to your CV and cover letter, how about you send the DM to those employers? Because everyone obviously is online now. Who knows? You want to work in a particular company, instead of just applying your CV and leave it there. How about you find people who work in that company, send them a DM, like be in their faces. A lot of people have gotten jobs through this particular strategy. Obviously, it's an unconventional method. People know that if you want to apply for a job, just put your CV, put your cover letter. But this one is something that only few people explore. I've done this couple of times, and to be honest, I've built some relationships from this. So even if they say, "Oh no, we don't have an opening," but I have built the relationship. Tomorrow, you never ever can tell where this person will become instrumental. They might not offer you a job, but remember when I was talking about build networks, these people are also part of your networks that you need to build. Another thing, you can look at a company and say, I think that this company is doing this thing wrong. Write it down, highlight it, put it together into an email that makes sense. Email the company. Every single company wants to do better. There's no business in this world that does not want to do better. If they read from you, they say, I think this person is really smart, is really sound somewhere. Let's invite this person. You can get interviews from there without going through that particular, regular method. If you go for an event, you see people, maybe like a guest speaker, the person is really big in the industry, walk up to the person and say, oh, I really like what you're doing. Pitch sell yourself. Like, there's a way you sell yourself that people will hardly ever say no to you. So put yourself in that, in that light where you're doing things that don't think about what can I do now that will seem like going out of my comfort zone, and go ahead and do it, because it's that thing that you feel like is extra. That's what will get you the extraordinary results. That regular one, people have spent years sending CV. I'm not saying you can't get a job with sending CV and cover letter. Please don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that you have to be willing to push the extra mile, to cut your time, to make sure that you are growing very, very fast, to make sure that you are getting the result that you want. To be honest, anything for the results, anything that you know that you can do that is not illegal, literally do it. Literally do it. Because when you get there, when you reach a certain level, people will not be looking at what you've done in the past. They'll be looking at you presently. A lot of people are online now. They have a lot of scandals from their past, but people don't remember them anymore. They are now friends with people who are influential. Nobody really cares. They just care about the result. Everybody cares about that result. So at first it's not illegal. At first it's not something bad. Make sure that you're doing it. There's no shame in this. There's no remove shame from the picture. When we are in the stage of growing, shame has left the picture. First, you're not doing something bad, something against your faith or religion or whatever. Be willing to do it to get the results that you want. Break those doors, those things that people say, the people do this, do them. Because the only ceiling that you have, the only barrier that you have, is literally the one that you've put on yourself. Sometimes people don't even see it as things that are shameful. It's you that is seeing it as something. Oh, I'm sure I can't do this. I can't reach out to this person. I'm too. People don't really see it like that. The barrier that you have is the one that you put on yourself. So make sure you uncover that barrier and go for eyes on the prize. When you think about shame, think about where you will be. One thing I tell people to do is to write a letter to yourself in 5 years' time. Like, say, dear self, I can't wait for you to work with Apple as a project manager. It depends on your own goals, right? So write a letter to your future self. Once you think about those goals, you'll be ready to go out to do whatever you can do to make sure that you get those results. Yeah. And yeah, I already talked about the extra effort. If you do normal thing that people are doing, trust me, nothing for you. You're just going to be there like everybody. If you do things that you will just be there. Do you understand? I know that most of us are residing in Nigeria now. Even those of us that are not even residing in Nigeria at the moment. If you still spend time on popular job boards applying for everything that you see, you will just be there. Like, you'll be there. Nothing's going to happen for you. It will be like your village people, but it's not really your village people. It's just you that's not putting in the extra work. So in my first point, also find communities. Very important. Join communities, because some updates are not really, you not just find them on Google, you find them with people. So prioritize joining communities, prioritize being active in those communities, because when somebody needs something, for example, if you have a community, for example, PM Tribe has a community, for example, and then there's all of us there, let's say 1,000 of us, and somebody always comes to the group to, maybe say, ask questions, or to say what they think, or to just contribute generally, or answer people. Let's say the person's name is Blessing. For example, somebody asked me, Naomi, do you have any project manager who can handle this project for me? When I think about my network, I might not even remember a lot of people on my LinkedIn. There are a lot of people in my DMs. Might not even remember their names, but if there's this person I'm always seeing in a community that I am active in, the first person who comes to my mind is that person to recommend. Because why? I said this person, don't worry, this person will show up. In fact, a lot of people that I know have gotten, gigs from me, or even some people like that, just because they're active and I just remember their name. So anything that will make people remember you, that will say, oh, that girl, that man, that boy, this is what they did. Do it. Everything is strategy. You have to be strategic. You can't live your life to chance. If you live your life to chance, you're just going to be there. Like I said before, you have to take your life into your hands. Make that move. Move from where you are. Make that move. Because in 5 years, if you're 20 now, in 5 years you'll be 25. If you're 20 and broke now, if you're there, just there, in 5 years you'll be 25 and still broke. But if you put in extra effort, if you do things that are outside the box, who knows? In 5 years' time, you could even be you could be talking with people that you dreamt to even take a picture with. You guys can be in a board meeting and you're presenting and you're saying, "Oh, this is." You never can tell what happens on the other side of comfort. So go out of your comfort zone. Next thing I want to say is create a timeline for yourself. Create a plan for yourself. Don't just live your life by chance. Every single time, every single um week, month that is passing, create a target for yourself. It depends on what you want to do. Do you want to reach out to 10 employers weekly? Do you want to apply for 30 jobs weekly? Do you want to go for 10 conferences? Whatever you decide to do with yourself, create a timeline. Because if you don't put it in a timeline, if you don't attach a timeline, if you don't attach a goal to a timeline, it's qualified as something that you never even ever thought about. So get a what it could even be a paper and a pen. It doesn't have to be complex tech devices, or it doesn't have to be like that. Get a paper pen, right? In 1 week, I want to do XYZ. By the end of month three, I want to do X. Attach your goals to timelines. You'll be able to score yourself in Q1. See, this month, March is already coming to an end. We're going into the fourth month of the year. People who are still stuck in their January goals, they've not done anything. If you're not strategic about it, time would run and leave you. That's how it is. It's not something personal, it's how the world works, right? So create a timeline and attach it to your goals and measure yourself. You could even get an accountability partner, somebody, in a group with you, somebody that's just there with you. You people can say, okay, in 1 month's time, we'll come back to our goals. In 1 week's time, we'll come back and report ourselves to see what we've done and see, what progress that we've made. Then the last thing I want to say today. Wait, I hope that you guys are understanding me. Let me check before the last thing I want to say. Let me check. Let me check. Do you guys understand me? Have you learned something? I don't want to talk a lot so that I don't. It's not just be as if you just came to go. If you're writing, you just came to come and write. I want to talk to make sure that I give you things that I know that would work for you. Things that are not complex. So do you guys understand? Before my last point. Okay. All right. Cool. All right. Cool. So the last thing I'll say is invest in yourself. If you're looking for, I remember Ubong King. I don't know how many of us know him. He's so rest in peace. He's late now. He always says something. He always says free things are for monkeys. I don't know how many of us remember Ubong King. If we know him, he was one of the biggest motivational speakers in Nigeria as at 4 years ago. He always says free things are for monkeys. Whatever you don't put your resources in, I mean money, time, it doesn't have to be money, but most of the time it is. Whatever you don't put it in, you don't ever take it seriously. So invest in this journey. Invest your resources in it. Because if you have 10,000 naira, for example, or $10, whatever, it's always gonna be $10 if you don't use it. If you use it to finish, but things that you invest in that stays with your head, for example, knowledge, for example, it never ever leaves. It becomes part of you. Don't see it as a waste of money. Don't see it as too expensive. I don't expect you to, steal money to maybe buy a course in project management, or do something that's not right to get a course in project management, whatever. Start from where you are to invest in yourself. People start there from 2,000 naira courses. If they are, I don't know. I'm just using that as an example. They've started from that point, 20K products, whatever, and moved on to like thousands of. Start from where you are. You don't have to be the richest person in the world to start. Find something that is your size. Start from there and grow. If you don't invest your resources in yourself, then how do you expect to obviously get all of these things that I'm saying? Some communities are paid communities. Most courses that even teach sense, most challenges that even teach any sense, you have to pay for them. Nobody wants to like give you premium information for free. Ubon King, like I said free things are for monkeys. you know, because if you always get free handers, you're just like everyone else. Like I said, you're just doing things that people are doing. If you don't stretch yourself, go out of your comfort zone and invest in yourself, you'll be very limited. There's not that you there's a limit to the things that you'll be able to achieve. So yeah, I hope I've been able to summarize to you, because these things are not just things that I just scribbled out for you. They are things that has also helped me in my journey. When I was ready to pursue this project management, to pursue this career path, I was all in. I didn't mind, the amount for courses. Even when I was doing, prepping for PMP, I know how much I spent that period, prepping for PMP exam. Even though I don't know a lot of things that it has done, but I was really invested in myself, and you know and here we are, guys. There's no magic to it. There's no voodoo. There's nothing. These are just the things that you need to do. You have to decide for yourself to succeed. If you don't decide to succeed, you will not succeed. Before you even decide, the first thing first that I'm saying it last, but it's actually the first thing, is decide that I will succeed. How many of us have decided within yourself, within your mind? If you have not, have a quiet moment with yourself today. Have a conversation in your head with yourself. Okay, do I want to succeed? Do I just want to be? Some people want to just be there. Do I just want to be there? Have a conversation with yourself. Decide to succeed. We make sure it's coming from your heart of hearts, and start from there. Because once you have decided to succeed, you do everything that is sensible to succeed. So, do we have people who have decided within themselves that this path that they know that it's just temporary? They've decided that they are going to succeed. Let me go and check the comments again. How many of us here? It's okay if you have not, but how many people have decided here that they must succeed? Like me now, I've decided that I must succeed. In fact, there's nothing anybody can do. I must succeed by myself. So I want to know, are there people here that are like me that have decided that I'm gonna succeed? Don't worry. Not just plan in the air. I mean, when I say you have decided that you do all it takes to succeed, do we have people like that? Let's see. I think I'm just seeing one person. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. If you have not decided, just have the conversation with yourself. Because if you have not had the conversation, if you don't want to succeed, that's okay. That's perfectly fine. But if you have decided, so it says join the PM tribe recently and the impact has been more than amazing. Yeah, PM tribe is the place to be. PM tribe is literally project management, like anything you're looking for, come to PM Tribe. Like, don't worry, leave it. If you're looking for courses, whatever, just be in PM Tribe. If you want to pursue a career in project management, obviously PM Tribe is the right place to be. That's very good. Obviously, I hope that you get all that you need to start or continue this career. Let me see. Do we have so if you have any questions for me, please just ask it in the chat and I'll just be able to answer it for the next couple of minutes. Let's see. So Ugochi says, I've decided to succeed. Amazing. Temitope says, I must succeed, no negotiation. Like, that's on period. That's on, like, if I'm talking for myself, that's like, I must succeed. Every day and in every way, I'm getting better. I make sure that every time Jonathan says, me. Yeah, these are my people. They have decided that, no, I must succeed. Then Somton says, Temi Olua says, I have decided to succeed. Amazing. And Adisha says, I have decided to succeed and I have no choice than to succeed. Like, there's no that option. Option A, succeed. Option B, succeed. Option C, succeed. Finish. So, guys, while you've got me here, do we have any questions for me regarding this? This is your chance to catch me here and ask me questions, because most of the time I'm always obviously swamped. So while you've got me here, please do ask me and I'll be very happy to answer your questions. Just wait for the next couple of minutes. How can we build a portfolio? I said that you could build a portfolio with different ways. The first thing first is to look at your previous experiences to say, have you done anything project management? Whatever you've done, even if it's as little as plan, your sister's birthday, your child's birthday, whatever. There's a level of project management in it. So that's an experience. So you're gathering your experiences. If you don't have any experience in project management, you've looked and said, I don't have any experience. This is time to start getting that experience. There are a lot of internships. Even without internships, there are people who are, there are people who are doing stuff that that they need you to project manage. Do you understand? Somebody might be thinking about planning something now, but they don't know how to plan. They don't know anything about it. You can volunteer to help them and build a portfolio. Now there are different ways online you can build a portfolio. I think as little as Canva, you can literally build a portfolio. I'm not an expert in that, but I know that with Canva, you can do mini websites. I know that there are people who literally charge almost nothing to build something for you. Some people even have a portfolio on Google Drive. So you see how people are that decided to succeed because Google Drive is obviously is not professional, but because it's free, they just put something there. So put together pictures, put together experiences, put together reviews, gather them together, portfolio. While you're growing, obviously. Somebody says, how can I wait, wait. How can I combine product management and project management as a software project manager? Well, I don't really know a lot about product management to be honest, but I know that the factor here is management. So you can literally combine them, but people might not really know what exactly like there's always a dominant trait. Do you understand? So you're a software project manager. There's always the dominant trait. So when people are looking for a software project manager, sorry, a software product manager. Wait 1 second. A software product manager. So yeah, so there's a level of project management in what you're doing already. So um I don't really know the product manager. I don't know what their day to day is like. Like I said, so I cannot really say, but it depends on what you want to be known for, right? Because if you're known for that means you have like a portfolio for products, projects. I know that it's closely related, but I can't really say from an expert point of view. There's no going back. Yeah, there's no going back, bro. You mentioned that you did not limit yourself to a niche. Does it mean you work as a freelancer? No, I do not work as a freelancer. I have full-time jobs because there's more than one. And yeah, sometimes I get freelance, projects. When I say I'm not limited to a niche, that means I can manage a project in let me see, I can manage an event, for example. Although there are specific knowledge to these industries, but generally, I can manage an event as a project. I can manage a software project. Although there are, like I said, there are specific, knowledge to these industries, but generally, I can manage a project, even a building project, as far as I have what the roadmap is like, as far as I have what the requirement is like. So what I mean is that I don't tell myself that I manage only apps or tech projects, except you're an IT project manager, which is a very large industry as well. Um, I don't tell myself that I can work in only agriculture and manage projects. I can as far as there's a project, I can work there. And freelance is just one of jobs. For example, a job for 1 week, a job for 2 days, a job for so project managers mostly work as freelancers because there's an end date and there's a start, there's a start date and there's an end date. So you mostly work as freelancers, but you can get a full-time job in a PMO as a project manager. That's like a full-time job. So yeah, it depends really. What's the one mistake a project manager should never make? I think mistakes and project management they're like this. Why? Why did I say so? Because everything depends on you. Like people will blame you if your project fails because of a project, because of maybe your team member, maybe the graphic designer did not deliver something, maybe the developer did not deliver something. They will blame you because you are the project manager, like you're the mommy. If a child falls now on the floor, they will blame you, the mom, for that child falling. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're in charge. The one mistake that you should never make is never stop learning. Don't think that I've arrived. I don't need to know anything again. I'm a project management professional. That's the mistake that you make because the industry would evolve and leave you. As in, literally would leave you and you'll be where you are. So always follow trend, always keep learning, make sure that you're always evolving. Somebody says, can I request for mentorship from you? I'll be happy to have that. Thank you so much. Well, I don't really do mentorship at the moment, and that is because of my schedule. I run a very, very busy schedule, so I don't really do mentorship because I believe that mentorship is commitment. Mentorship is like you having a baby, so I don't really do that. But I'm sure that if you're in PM Tribe or doing something with PM Tribe at the moment, you'll be able to catch me one of these days because I get caught up in PM Tribe stuff. So you'll be able to catch me one of these days to speak to me. So that's one of the ways that you'll be able to speak to me. I guess. I'm so sorry if you feel disappointed, but yeah, we can have a chat one of these days. Just find your way to get in PM Tribe in some way, and I'm sure that you'll be able to get to me. You're welcome. So, guys, are those are the questions that we have. If yes, we'll now be looking for our host. Let's look for our hosts. Hope you guys had a lovely time. Did you learn something? Have you decided on something? Or I just wasted my time to talk to you guys?
All right, thank you so much, Naomi. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Can you hear me clearly, Naomi? If you can
Yeah,
hear
I
me
can
better
hear
than you can
you.
hear me.
I
Okay,
can hear
thank
you
you.
better than before, yeah.
Oh, okay, thank you. Because I'm literally shouting now. I don't know what's going on. I'm literally shouting right now. All right, thank you so much for that
I,
insightful session. I saw when someone commented that he joined the PM tribe recently and he has been back to back. So, when it comes to the PM tribe, we don't just give anything. It has to be intentionally crafted. Someone is coming to speak to you, you're bringing someone that is speaking from experience. So you're not coming to hear aspire speech. You are coming to actually like learn from their experiences because these are the things that you use in your own journey as well. And if there's anything that you can take out from our session, that put yourself out there. Don't be lazy about it. I literally before this session, I watched a video just to add to what it there was a point to it. I watched a video where one lady was saying that you are broke and then you are claiming shy or you are claiming mysterious. You are just going to die broke because why are you shy?
telling
Why are
you.
you doing it? Waste of shyness, waste of mysteriousness. There's no gain in literally shrinking yourself, telling yourself that you're shy. I'm a very shy
Yeah.
person. If I tell people, nobody believes me. But I'm actually a very shy person. But if you see me in a room, either physically or online, anywhere, I'm one of the loudest. And most times when I talk, it's because I'm trying to literally push myself. Trust me, sometimes my heart is literally, I'm talking to someone and my heart is beating fast. And then in my head, I'm telling myself, see, if you don't hear anything, this opportunity will pass you by. Nobody sends you, to
Pass you
be
by.
honest. Everybody's thinking about themselves. Nobody's thinking about you. You're there saying, if I speak to this person, I will look like I don't know what
We
I'm.
can't
No,
hear you,
see,
Vicky.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Please, if you can hear me, just let me know in the comments so that I'm not just speaking and then nobody can hear me.
Is
If
that
you
my
can hear me,
network
just put it in
actually?
the comments. If those in the comments can hear me, then it's just like your network. If you can hear me, just leave it in the comments so that I can go ahead. Okay, Naomi, I think it's your network. Okay, so as I was saying, if you don't see anything, if you literally don't see anything, nobody send in PG, they'll say,
Oh, okay.
we don't really send you, we don't really send you, we don't really send. I don't want to use the word your papa, but that's actually as it is. Like nobody really sends you. Everybody is thinking about themselves, right? So it's actually your voice in your head that is telling you that don't say this, don't do it, don't connect. What if you post this particular video, nobody likes it? When I started posting on the PM tribe, I was getting like 3 likes, 4 likes. Most of the likes came from me and my cousins and my sisters. I would post and then I would share the links to them. They would like it. They will post, they will share to people like it. That's how we actually do our platforms. So imagine I had stopped the PM by then because nobody was liking my video. So why was I wasting my time? But I knew that no, I needed to keep putting myself out there, right? So today's session was amazing as usual. I remember the first time I met Naomi. I think she mentioned that when I saw her message. And since then, Naomi has been, I don't want to call her my friend. Which day was that? She was saying that, do I want to marry her? I said, yes, I want to marry you. We literally become sisters. So connect with people as much as you can, because this connection will actually also help you in your professional journey. Thank you so much, everybody, once again. Naomi, is there any last thing you want to add to whatever it is before we end the session? Okay, so now it's no longer on the call. But yeah, thank you so much for attending this session. If you had any issue with my audio, I'm really sorry. Please be fixed next time if I get to close this session. But thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you once again, community members. Without you, the PM Tribe will not exist, right? So we can bring the opportunities, we can do all we can, we can do everything I want to do, but if you decide that you don't want to attend this event, it's going to mean that we do not actually have the community. So thank you for always showing up, um, for the team, always showing up for the community, and for always accepting every single event we bring to you. Thank you so much. And this is the night for me. I will see you on the chat. Bye, everyone.
Faster than before. And just right at the center of every successful project, every groundbreaking innovation, we see a skilled project manager. But here's the challenge. By 2030, the world will need 25 million project managers to keep up with the demand across industries. Tech, healthcare, finance, education, and beyond. That's where we come in. Welcome to the PM Tribe Academy, a revolutionary platform designed to empower the next generation of project managers to lead with confidence, innovation, and purpose. From live intersection with experts to real-world hands-on training, we equip aspiring and experienced project managers with skills and tools to turn their ideas into reality. And at the PM Tribe Academy, you are more than just a student. Each member receives a unique ID, marking your place in a global movement. Our mission: to empower 1 million project managers by 2030. The PM Tribe Academy is not just an academy, it's a community, a tribe of changemakers ready to lead the future of work. Join us, be part of something bigger. The future of work is changing faster than before. And just right at the center of every successful project, every groundbreaking innovation, we see a skilled project manager. But here's the challenge. By 2030, the world will need 25 million project managers to keep up with the demand across industries. Tech, construction, healthcare, finance, education, and beyond. That's where we come in. Welcome to the PM Tribe Academy, a revolutionary platform designed to empower the next generation of project managers to lead with confidence, innovation, and purpose. From live interactive sessions with industry experts to real-world hands-on training, we equip aspiring and experienced project managers with the skills and tools to transform their ideas into reality. And at the PM Tribe Academy, you are more than just a student. Each member receives a unique ID, marking your place in a global movement. Our mission: to empower 1 million project managers by 2030. The PM Tribe Academy is not just an academy, it's a community, a tribe of changemakers ready to lead the future of work. Join us, be part of something bigger.